Tax collector. Tax collector.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Courtesy Flush. And joining me tonight is Naresar, who is currently here in the form of a raptor. How's it going, Naresar?
Going well.
Yeah. Tonight we're going to be playing more Sherlock Holmes and the Lost Files of Sherlock Holmes, the case of the serrated scalpel. And the last time we left off, we had found out where somebody else lived, or where we just found another address. Like, we've just been literally going from
More
address to
gold,
address.
Your Majesty.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, by the way, thanks Sunshine Temple and Jeds for the subs. Thanks for the courtesy. 1,000? This is how you get ants? He just throws 1,000 pennies at it and just goes, this is how you get ants, Holmes. All right, well then. Oh, that's not it. Here, let me bring the game over in the Naresar. You take over.
Right. Oh, I think I promised you a theory on who I think did it.
Oh, yes, please elaborate. I was actually hoping you would.
I think, just to be, cliche, there's the word I want, about it.
Okay.
I think the butler did it. And I think he did it because he has a pretty sweet gig where he's set up that he's kind of embezzling some money from the family on the side. And if this scandal were to break out, it would ruin everything for him. Like, it would just throw so much turmoil into the work. So I think the butler did it to, keep his, sweet little gig.
It could very well be the butler. I mean, be honest with you, noble people will use their butlers to do crimes. I mean, that's not above them because they're that loyal. They're like, oh, my butler did it, but I'll just get them a shorter sentence. You know what I mean? Like, I think it might be the guy who owns that mansion, whatever his name was. Because I, to be honest with you, he's the kind of person who has the money to afford Blackwell. And I don't think you can afford Blackwell on a butler's salary. So, all right, we arrived here. This is where we found the necklace, correct?
Yes. And we had gotten the address. Now that you mention it, yes, we had gotten the address for somebody who buys the stolen goods on occasion. Oh, yep. The detective agency.
So the Moorhead and Gardner Detective Agency. That's an impressive level of detail for the graphics of the time. Yeah, it was. Previously on Sherlock Holmes. An old typewriter. Philo Remington's name is written across the top of this old typewriting machine. Presumably it was once a useful office tool, but now many of its keys are broken and there is no ink ribbon in evidence. It is no more than a very heavy paperweight. Perhaps it possesses sentimental value. Yeah, maybe.
This is, what, 18... We're like 1890s or something, I think?
Something, yeah. Things like 1885.
How old are typewriters?
Typewriters are pretty old, man. They've been around the block. I think 1837. Don't quote me on that. 1890s to 1920. I have no idea. Anna Carraway had a child. Lady What's-Her-Face is too old to bear a child. Oh, right. D-Moon makes a good point. I think it might be the Lord of the Manor, and you might be right that the butler paid for it to cover for the... Yeah, you're right, Nick. That makes a lot of sense. That's a really good deduction. I'm starting to see your logic here. It's why you're Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, just because I looked it up. The first commercial typewriters were introduced in 1874, but did not become common in offices until the mid-1880s.
Yeah, and
Like-
Night Owl says this is 1890s.
So,
Hello.
like,
Hey, Kai.
I can understand how this happens. People just think, oh, typewriter, old. But, like, conceivably, at this point, there should be no old typewriters because they aren't, like, they should just be, like, being introduced, kind of. Anyways, that bit aside, we got good old Queen Victoria.
Yeah.
Victoria?
A conventional
enthroned-
portrait of Queen Victoria enthroned in costume in her imperial regalia. Such a picture is often thought to lend an aura of solidity and respectability to an otherwise tawdry commercial enterprise. And yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
Oh, no, that's fine.
It's a bit of delay.
Can't look at the gas lamp, apparently.
We just tried out a new way to record stuff for the podcast. And the delay on that program does not exist, man. It's like so surreal to talk to somebody and they just like instantly respond, and you can see the video. So Discord's a little slow, but anyway, Nick, you got this one.
A framed photo taken from the Aberdeen Illustrated Gazette. The picture shows a stern-faced provincial constable and carries the caption, "Officer Gardner foils burglary attempt." The man is of middle years and otherwise undistinguished appearance.
Oh, really?
Door to inner office. We'll get to that later. Cluttered desk. Cluttered with secretarial paraphernalia. The desk supports writing pads, sheets of paper, ink blotter, letter opener, paper clips, nail file, cheap novels, and a selection of teacups. Everything is piled precariously enough to court disaster. It invites the impression that very little work gets done here.
I'm just off to the side here. I haven't aimed at the MT32. There were early typewriter-like devices as early as 1800s-ish, but the modern style solidified around the 1870 to 1880s. Okay.
So what do we got? We've got just straight up Sherlock Holmes need to speak to somebody. And we've got assisting the police investigation. May we examine Mr. Moorhead's office? Let's go with may we speak to. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. We wish to speak with one of the principals, preferably Mr. Moorhead.
I'm Violet Granger, confidential assistant to the gentleman. Let me see if Mr. Moorhead is in. Mr. Moorhead, there's a Sherlock Holmes to see you here. Mr. Moorhead? Hello? He must have stepped out while I was out for a tea break. Yes, here's a note. Back in an hour or two. HM. You'll have to leave your card if you like.
Can we speak to Mr. Gardner then?
No, Mr. Gardner hasn't been in today, which is most aggravating, if you'd like to know. I showed up to work and he's not even here. I could have been at home all day.
This sounds like gossip. Why are you perturbed with Mr. Gardner, if I may ask?
Because I'm bursting with curiosity, that's why. A client who must remain nameless, you understand, summoned him to a midnight rendezvous at the Zoo in Regent's Park. I saw the telegram. There was some nonsense about bringing her jewelry, but I don't know what it was about, so did Mr. Gardner. He left here with a smile on his face. Mr. Moorhead and I had quite a laugh about it. Mr. Gardner's bachelor, you know. He has...
Was that client Miss Anna Carraway?
However did you know that?
I take it we're not going to keep speaking with her. Okay.
Ask the second one so we can go in their office.
Okay. Miss Granger, we are assisting the police in the investigation of criminal matter. May we examine Mr. Moorhead's office?
Certainly not. Even if I could give you permission, you couldn't get in. Mr. Moorhead always locks the door when he leaves, and he says you couldn't break into that office with a hammer.
Well, you
Believe
probably
me,
could
I
by going
tried.
through the door. I mean, not through the door, through the wall.
Hey, Wrathblade, how's it going? I feel like there's like more in this place. Did we look over her desk? Can we take her
looked at
pen?
the desk. We did not take the pens. I didn't see anything we could take. But it sounds like if we hurry, maybe not if we hurry, but we'll see.
There's a buying and selling there.
That's the pawn shop we were at. I'm pretty sure.
I think. No, I thought that was up there. Yeah, that's. I don't think we've been there.
No, that's the law office.
Yeah, we just came to the law office. So yeah, you haven't been down there.
We were at. That's how we found out about this place. We were looking for the jewelry.
Okay. So where to then?
Well, it was zoo.
Well, we also didn't give her our card. We have them. Might as well give her our card while we're there. Yeah, just in case that's like a thing we have to do. I just realized while we were just standing there. I say, Holmes, make sure you give her your card. That's you?
Oh, please make sure that Mr. Moorhead receives this. It is imperative that we speak with him as soon as possible.
I'll make sure he contacts you at his earliest convenience.
Okay.
How?
I liked
I brought my cell phone.
Comment. Perhaps a specially trained rat could crawl through the voice tube and unlock the office from the inside. I like that idea.
I do too.
It seems suitably bonkers for us. Oh, there we go. Zoo.
To the zoo. The London Zoological Gardens. Ah, another policeman. Constable Dugan.
Good morning, Constable. I've never known one of Inspector Gregson's men to draw zoo duty.
Ah, it's you, Mr. Holmes. There's been a spot of trouble here, but we haven't well in hand. We're limiting access to the zoo until we complete our investigation.
What has happened?
Well, confidential like, a man has been killed under mysterious circumstances, if you take my meaning.
Fuck. Indeed I do. Perhaps Inspector Gregson could use some assistance?
I'm sure he could, Mr. Holmes, though he would not likely to admit it. He's in a foul mood today, sir. Watch your step, won't you? You'll find him blustering her out inside the zoo. Mr. Holmes, Dr. Watson, go right in.
Okay. Elephant?
The elephant is a female Indian pachyderm. She appears to be well cared for, healthy, and as happy as caged animal can be. Gonna let you continue, I guess?
There we go.
Case of the client is identified as a short-sighted typist upon initial introduction to Holmes. Ah, 1891. What about the plaque on the elephant's cage? The elephant's named Chloe. She's 32 years old and has resided in Regent Park Zoo since she was an adolescent. All right.
But anyways, my point for Night Owl and the rest of the chat is interesting that they're around, but my point originally being of like their typewriters should still be pretty new, and therefore there shouldn't be like an antique typewriter, I feel like.
No.
Because that was kind of the just from the
Ah, Mr. Holmes, come put your two heads on, what have you? Very public-spirited, I'm sure. You might as well have a look at this, then. Breaking past security like that. Damn your fame. The
body of a
Yeah.
middle-aged man lies in the characteristic pose of death.
Oh.
The head is turned to the side, and one knee is slightly drawn up. His black hair is matted by dried blood, where his skull has been severely crushed. His clothes are very dirty, though they are of decent quality. The left trouser leg is ripped and frayed, exposing some deep lacerations and punctures. Oddly, there is very little blood surrounding any of the victim's wounds. Though his head is now misshapen, Detective Frederick Gardner is clearly recognizable from his photograph at the Moorhead and Gardner agency. Oh, this is great. This is what I was afraid of. So, the guy
another murder.
And, importantly, it seems like, because somebody from the detective agency, at this point I'm betting Gardner, bought the necklace from the pawn shop to then get back to Anna Caraway, since it seems like she had hired them to do this. And in the midst of him meeting with her, he is now dead, and who knows where Caraway is.
Interesting.
So there are several wounds slashed across the lapels of the jacket. A good deal of tearing is evidence. These tears appear to be in pattern reminiscence of large claw marks. So somebody seems like he killed him and then tossed his body to a lion or something. I don't know. Okay, let's talk to Green then. We'll be nice. Good morning, Inspector. What do we have here?
Deceased John Doe, stiff as the proverbial upper lip. Dead 8 hours at least from a crushing blow to his head. His pockets have been emptied. Robbery, I imagine.
Where was he killed, Inspector, and why have you moved the body?
Ah, Mr. Holmes, you always proceed immediately to the crux of the matter. I was just told the lads in this body has been moved, but how did you know?
Given his head wound, there ought to be more blood on the ground where he fell.
What? Ah, that's exactly my thought. He was certainly not done in here, then.
Correct. It was somewhere damp and dirty, and he was moved by a small person. Ooh, interesting.
Oh, yeah? Next you'll be telling me what he had for his last tea.
I mean, if you did an autopsy, you probably could, but anyways.
Yeah.
Given time, perhaps, I can tell you now that he was an inquiry agent by profession, a dark-eyed, left-handed bachelor, an ex-policeman, and a very foolish fellow. He was murdered by a hired killer.
Mr. Holmes, you exhaust my goodwill and try my patience when you talk like that. You surely do. Do I look like an idiot? You don't know you don't know all these things. You can't. You're just trying to show me up. Perhaps you better move along. Remember, interference in police matters is a criminal offense.
You lately said that you never received interesting cases, Gregson. I'm sure even you can see that such a remark was at best premature. Too much pride is not a good thing, Inspector. Good day. Ooh. Ouch.
Well. Yeah, the
what
elephant.
Can you tell me about how he was killed?
I'm sure you'll have opinions of your own about that. You usually do.
Sheesh. Have you discovered anything else, Inspector?
Nothing I can tell an amateur.
Okay, well. Constable, have you noticed anything that might help Inspector Gregson see this case more clearly?
I ain't seen nothing interesting except that elephant when I came in here.
Somehow that response does not surprise me.
Right.
So.
He got good dade. Yeah. Ouch.
Highly polished brass sign reads, London Zoological Gardens, Peter Hollinston, headkeeper.
Steele points out the first typewriter was invented in 1500, so they didn't become mass-produced till about 1860. Yeah, so it'd be like 30 years. It'd be an antique.
Possibly then.
30 years is long enough to call it antique, right? Or is it vintage? When does a vintage turn into antique?
Don't know. It's probably like one of those like distinctions between grave robbing and archaeology.
Hey, what can I do for you?
Yeah, let's start with this. Mr. Hollingston, I'm Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Could you tell us, please, who found the body?
I almost tripped over it when I came to work this morning. Talk about starting the day off on the wrong foot, hey?
When are the animal cages cleaned out?
About 6 p.m. while the animals are being fed. Why do you ask?
Could anyone on your staff have seen the murdered man?
As I told the inspector, everyone except Simon Kingsley leaves the premises at 7 p.m. Simon doesn't have much to do with people and has an unusual rapport with all the animals. Felix the lion is a special friend, strange if you ask me, but there it is, to each his own. Since Simon didn't sound the alarm, I assume he saw nothing.
May we have Mr. Kingsley's address? There are one or two points I would like him to clear up for me.
Of course. He lives in a flat at St. John's Wood. The address is 241 Grove End Road, just the opposite Lord's. I should say that the Inspector Gregson seems quite underinterested in Simon.
Somehow that doesn't surprise me. Is there anything else you can tell us concerning this regrettable incident, Mr. Hollinston?
No, I'm afraid you've exhausted my meager store of information.
Okay, what do we got? Open file cabinet. Open drawer here contains the files from M to O. They have been shuffled through recently. Interesting. I got a clock. The Swiss, so proper and exacting in the manufacture of precision timepieces, build some uncommonly attractive cuckoo clocks. This is one of them.
Oh. I like this place.
Oh, we can look at this lamp. It is strange that this lamp is still on. It probably has been burning all night. Interesting.
Yeah, now we just have LEDs. We just leave them on all day.
The beast who supplied the skin must be one of the largest and most beautiful specimens to prowl the jungles of Bengal. And you shot him and used him for a rug. Sheesh.
Yeah, it's an albatross. Oh my god.
Stuffed snow white wandering albatross had a wingspan of over 8 feet.
Oh, there's some binoculars.
Expensive pair of powerful magnifying binoculars is of a type favored by ardent birdwatchers, ship captains, and spies. Can we take the binoculars? No. And doesn't
That might
seem
be all
like
you need to do here.
else. Okay.
All right. Well, then I guess we leave. Yeah, I guess we have to walk back in from the elephant area.
Makes sense.
Hello, Hatt. Good day, sir. Good day.
Oh, that's Watson.
Can you look at that elephant?
To the main gates. Yes, because I suspect our elephant is the murder weapon.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that there's something that because we have this scene, you know.
And particularly the fact that the head was crushed sounds like something large happened upon it.
To the lion's cave. Oh.
Well, there was also some claw marks.
All right. Oh, shiny object.
A small shiny object reflects in the morning sunlight. It appears to be partially covered with mud. It is not possible from this distance to identify the object or even speculate about its actual size.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that was actually reasonably impressive. The lion enjoys a small variety of terrain in his captive world. Since the heavy clay of the pit of the cage shows no footprints, food, or body waste, either he never ventures down there or the area has very recently been cleaned and raped. Probably first. Or second? Latter. Yeah, second.
Yeah.
Water in the pit is collected rainwater. It is murky and odd bits of debris float in it.
Yeah, Wrathblade points out that there was claw marks in the torso, and they believe that they remember mention of tooth marks on the ankle and tears on the trousers. So
True.
he probably dropped that in there on accident and went to go get it, and the lion came after him, and he got out of there, and I think he may have been killed in the elephant's cage. It's Felix, the famous lion of Regent's Park. Captured as an infant in the British East Africa, he has lived his entire adult life in London. His prolific offspring populate the zoos of Western Europe and the United States.
But we have the address of the night keeper,
Right.
who I guess Brent is very friendly with the lion.
Yeah, we might be able to get him to...
So he might be able to grab the whatever it is.
There is a ladder. Yeah, we saw that, but we don't... Holmes is a pretty smart guy, but,
I am... we occasionally do dumb stuff for fun on the stream, but I don't think the game is dumb enough to let us climb into the lion pit, even if we were dumb enough to climb into the lion pit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there would be a message of, oh, it's silly to climb in with the lion there. It surely would eat us. Or something like that.
Right.
Okay,
So we're looking for Kingsley. I don't know which one his flat would be. He said like some address, but I'm like, I'll just wait for the bubble to pop up. Like I have no idea. Should have seen it by now.
I would think.
Oh, on the left.
Yep, there we go. Thank you.
It's a mustache. Very nice. I say.
I'm sure the gentleman we meet will be extremely fancy.
Yes, look at this den. Are you serious? Hello, gentlemen. What may I do for you?
We'd like to ask you a few questions regarding a murder that happened at the zoo last night while you were on duty.
Please come in and make yourselves comfortable. Wow. This is a modest flat for a man of his means. He's quite good.
Okay. We're sorry to disturb you, Mr. Kingsley. A man was savagely murdered at the zoo last night. Did you observe anything unusual during your tour of the grounds?
A murder during my watch? You don't say.
A man named Gardner was found outside the managing director's office, but he was not killed there.
Where then?
We were hoping you could tell us.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about it. I certainly didn't rake up that ground down by the lion's den. That would be weird. I certainly did not. I didn't move the corpse. That would be... Because, people would think the lion did it, and then they would shoot it.
Anyways, you have a reputation for knowing a lot about animals. Oops.
Never unless they were provoked. No, never. Uh-oh.
Interesting.
I think he's the one who moved the body, Nick. Take a look around his apartment.
Books. outstanding private collection of reference works and monographs of natural history and zoology. There are no novels, no magazines, no nonfiction works with human subjects.
Yeah.
Oops.
A well-worn pair of Marks and Spencer's Brogan size 9. The edge of the soles and part of the uppers are encrusted with mud. Several coarse reddish-brown hairs are stuck in the mud. Oh. Reddish-brown hairs?
The lion.
Yeah, a photograph of Felix, the famous lion of Regent's Park Zoological Gardens. The photograph has been professionally tinted to replicate the beast's natural coloring. The artist possessed less than modest skills.
If he did it himself.
A
Match set of
Yeah, you got that.
A match set of plates commemorating the publication of J.J. Audubon's Monumento Viperius Quadrupeds of North America in 1854. Viperius.
Well, now I want Crow and the Mystery Crew to play consulting detective.
Viviparous.
A
Sorry,
mustache.
I got distracted by the English language.
We're doing all right, Tony. Thanks for asking. Grove End Road, possibly. Bologna. Yeah,
Here we go. Viviparous.
you're right.
Producing live young instead of eggs from within the body in the manner of nearly all mammals, many reptiles, and few fishes.
Oh.
So, basically, North American mammals.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it was a very friendly lion. It just wanted a hug. Yeah, I think everyone thinks that this guy was pushed into that pit and this guy did something. Maybe he'll talk to you now.
oh, yep. See, now we have more options. Let's wheel them in. You care for several species of animals, Mr. Kingsley. Surely you have a favorite.
Well, it's no secret that I have a special relation with Felix. That's no crime.
Yeah, the murder might be. And you'd try to protect him if you thought he was in trouble?
I would try.
Mm-hmm.
Ask him number 2.
When did you last clean Felix's cage?
Last night about 6 or 6:30.
What if I told you that I have seen enough to assure me that Felix was not responsible for Gardner's death?
He wasn't. I mean, of course he wasn't.
Let us be frank, Mr. Kingsley. You moved Gardner's body from Felix's cage, did you not? What happened? I assure you, I bear you no ill will, no Felix either, for that matter. We can keep your story just between us. Please remember that another person's safety may depend on your veracity.
I thought I had been very clever. Now I know better. Here's what happened, I swear. I heard Felix making a commotion about 10 o'clock, and I went to go calm him. I found him gnawing a dead man's leg. This Gardner fellow had fallen or jumped into his cage, and Felix had killed him. Lions are very territorial, you know. I dragged the corpse out of the pit and put him outside the MD's office. I just couldn't carry him any further. Then I cleaned Felix's pit the best I could in the dark. I didn't want Felix to be put down for something that really wasn't his fault. Gardner was either drunk or he committed suicide.
Feel like... I don't know. I know, in the States, as of recently, there's been issues. Well, we'll finish with the dialogue. Actually, he was neither, Mr. Kingsley. He was, as I said, murdered. And his murderer wanted to make it look like Felix was the perpetrator.
How insidious! People are disgusting.
Anyways, my comment. I know we have put down animals in the States recently because of, or not even a couple of years ago now, because of, public threats or danger. I feel like a zoo in that era, if they could claim, oh, we have a man-eating lion on display, that sounds like an advertising gimmick.
Yeah.
That looks like it's a positive draw, not a detriment to your zoo.
Come see the man-eating lion! And everyone's clapping. My God, Holmes, this man has actually 500 lizards in a knitted sweater and comfy shoes. I'll get my gun. Yeah.
Yeah, we need number 2 here. Simon, I need to examine something in Felix's cage. Would it be possible for you to occupy Felix so that I may go down into the pit?
Of course, if you think it's important.
It may be a matter of a young woman's life or death.
I'll get dressed and meet you at Felix's cage.
Fine, we'll return there immediately, thank you.
Very nice.
Okay. Actually, nope, too late. Oh. Who dares intrude upon the courtesy flesh?
Hello.
It is I, Hatt.
Greetings.
Oh. Hello, Hatt. Anyways, we were going back to the zoo. Welcome to the zoo, with the kangaroos, roos.
Unfortunately, I am unable to... actually, no, I can. Give me a moment. I'll set the stream for you. Let's save first, Nick.
Oh, yep. We can save before we do something, I don't know, dangerous, like climb into the lion pit.
Yeah, well, and also because I'm gonna...
surely that won't kill anybody.
No, and also alt-tabbing is also quite dangerous, as you can tell.
No
That
need.
too.
Yes. No, indeed, I must. I must.
You are good company.
Indeed.
Yes, the wild Hat. It is I.
Applications. There we are. Let me bring up. Where is it? So it's so that way you can also see it, you know. There we are.
Amazing. I say, what a splendid Bobby.
Although I can't seem to... Now it's not even full screen anymore. There we go. There we go.
Oh.
There we go. It's fixed.
Okay, so anyways, heading right on in.
Indeed. Oh, one thing I need to fix, Nick. One moment.
Oh, yep.
I can't see the game. There we go. Now I can. I am able to play. There we go.
Okay, I was gonna say, but now I can't. And give it a second.
No.
Nope, still wrong size. There we go.
Wrong size.
Okay.
Yeah, hey, look, there we go. Now Hatt can see it.
Yay.
Unfortunately,
Sorry
I don't
for being
think it
such trouble.
translates the music through it, but that's quite all right.
Okay.
And now you can climb down there.
So Simon holds Felix, who appears. I mean, I guess this is an era of very different safety and welfare.
He also has
Animal
a key on his belt. Yeah, but you're not going to get that key. Yeah, you'll have to climb down the ladder. That'll be alright. Yeah, let's get out of there.
Okay, I just want to comment for a second on the relative size of homes to that barrier wall, because that doesn't seem sufficient at all.
No, it's really not. Watson's like, I'm not scared. I have a gun. I'll just shoot it if it tries to jump out at me. Yes.
Yeah, it'll be jolly good sport.
Closed pocket watch.
Short Mr. Knight are wolves. Yeah, I remember that.
Gold-plated watch attached to a fine gold chain. The latch is encrusted with mud and there's a small dent in the bottom edge. Otherwise, it is in good condition. Opening the watch reveals an inscription. A piece of paper is attached to the inside of the lid just below the inscription. You remove the piece of paper for closer examination.
Ooh. Well, the paper's not in there anymore.
Watch is well maintained and in keeping in perfect time. The inner lid bears the inscription F. Gardner, 25 years of loyal service. So that's obviously from where he retired.
Yeah.
Piece of paper with the numbers 11, 17, 86 printed neatly printed in a bold masculine hand.
So this was the detective's watch, and that looks like a safe combination. That's probably in his office.
Probably. True,
Yeah.
true. Okay.
Question is, how do you get in there? Maybe the lady has a key. Well, she said even maybe you could get a key from his house. I have no idea.
Or maybe when we go back, it's
Yeah. However you get out of this place.
the office. The other person is there.
Looks like a bunny. Yeah. Inspector. I don't think you could tell this guy anything more unless you want to tell him how it was how it happened. Nah.
Nope. Okay.
I mean, the guy was kind of a jerk to you. He doesn't really deserve that now. Yeah. And I say, well, it seems like a murder after murder after murder. All this over an illegitimate child.
Well, no, I think there's probably some blackmail going on in here too.
Yeah.
Probably, most likely.
That's probably what
Maybe not
Blackwell was
necessarily
hoping to get the...
blackmail, because I don't think you can necessarily blackmail.
Well, if Blackwell got
you
that
know-
letter, he would totally have been blackmailing the guy whom had the son. Yeah.
Like, I was gonna say, I didn't know as much blackmail as perhaps some hush money of like, we're gonna pay you some amount of money because like Anna Caraway had a pretty nice place for somebody who just does singing, even though I guess it seems like she was maybe somewhat popular. But even then, like, I suspect she was getting some money on the side.
Right. Also, Gregson isn't usually much of a jerk. Lestrade is more dismissive. Yeah. That's fair.
Can I just... There's reminders that, like, I love how you've been all over London, but the poor dude's corpse is still rotting in the zoo.
Depending on this exact year, this would have been a holdout link to the 400 Delta Nitro Express Howdah pistol. Yeah.
Well, you know how it is. Like, this is the era before... Well, I guess there's some cameras, but, either the cameras, those exposures just take forever, or you've got to sit around and wait for the guy to sketch out the murder scheme, like a landscape painter. So, it takes some time.
I did love that you made me think of this guy who's spending all day just under the cover of a camera, just kind of trying to get this to work. No, it's fine.
It is imperative that we see Mr. Moorhead, Miss Granger.
I'm sorry, you just missed him, Mr. Holmes. He was very upset when he left.
Well, duh. Do you know where he has gone? Oh, no. That was
a boy delivered a message which Mr. Moorhead read privately. Then he asked me to shut the office door and on my way out, which usually means he's opening the safe. A minute later, he left without saying a word.
Do you have a key for the office door?
No, Mr. Moorhead and Mr. Gardner have the only keys as far as I know.
Perhaps we could get it from Gardner's body at the zoo. Inspector Gregson must still be there.
Watson! Oh, that's you. Oh, yeah, we switched characters for a second.
Watson, I'm sorry to inform you like this, Miss Stranger, but Mr. Gardner was found dead at the zoo. And in the case, Watson, there's no personal effects found with the body.
Oh, that's dreadful. Who could have done such a thing? We'll try. We have to go open the door. Don't we have to get into the office? There was nothing on the body.
No. But there was, obviously, we found his watch.
Right.
And in that tooltip of, what's his face, keeping Felix calm, it mentioned the key. Oh.
Hello, Mr. Holmes. Dr. Watson, what more can I do for you?
Hello, Simon. We would like a few more minutes of your time, if you don't mind.
Not at all. Please, come in. Cameras aren't quite that bad, in this period. They only require a few seconds exposure. Yeah.
I know they're not that bad, especially by that time, but it was like for the joke of it. Is there anything else you can tell us, Simon?
No, I think I've told it all. I'm so happy Felix won't be blamed.
So that key wasn't apparently.
No, I
Darn it.
think that was just his key. Yeah, I think that's his.
I mean, that makes sense that he would have keys of some sort, but like the fact that it was called out made me think.
Well, what?
Okay.
Why don't we go try opening that door?
Okay.
There's got to be something. Maybe if we're in there, we can ask Watson, and he can give us like a hint as to what we could do. Don't even say goodbye. Just leaves. Thank you for your time. This period is beginning of the film-based camera period. They were still very bulky and awkward, but they weren't the glass plate daguerreotype contraptions of the 1860s. Yeah. It's securely locked.
Okay. Like this, even a little Watson, Moorhead obviously does not know that his partner was lured to his death. Now he's been called away under mysterious circumstances.
Here, you do that, Watson voice hat.
The Watson. Okay. Perhaps this absence has an innocent explanation, Holmes. No offense, but sometimes I think you smell too many rats, conspirators under the bed, and all that, if you take my meaning.
Fair enough, Watson. But I know that Moorhead is in danger, and so do you. We must find out where he has gone.
Well, ask him some more questions, because I think he had like a bunch of stuff.
This agency seems to be a peculiar enterprise, Watson. Do you think these so-called detectives detect anything besides their way to the nearest public house?
Such sarcasm does not become you, Holmes. I'm sure there are a number of tasks for which this gentleman's particular skills are more than adequate.
True.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. We've got to get into that office, Watson, even if it means breaking down the door. Miss Granger can be of no assistance to us now.
Perhaps there's a key hidden about the office somewhere.
Oh. There's no time to look, Watson. We must get through that door immediately.
Then I suggest we have the heaviest available portable object through it. A heave, I mean.
Excellent, fellow. Let's do it.
What? Oh, no, you're going to throw the typewriter through the door?
I say, splendid good throw there, Holmes. Roaringly good.
It's something that's made out of
That is
glass.
Oh shit, there's blood.
Or is that... I think that's just part of the scene.
Oh, okay. I like that the lady outside didn't mind. She just carried on.
Well, what is she going to do? Sure, one of her employers just died.
Here it
That's
is,
a fair
Watson.
point.
A sinister message in... Oops. I didn't click this time.
It's in a very safe
Uh-oh.
place, where you'll never find it, never.
What? Will you risk the lives of two others as well as your own for a cheap pendant? You're a bigger fool than I thought.
You're right, I am a fool. To have come here alone and unarmed. You are a fiend, Hatt. My guess is that Frederick and Miss Carraway have already met their maker.
Oh,
You can join them!
Stop right there, Hunt. You've been nipped by Sherlock Holmes.
it's been
Oh,
nicked.
shit. He still shoved that guy on the tracks, though. That was terrible.
Ah, the famous Scotland Yard jacking office. Pretend copper. You're less than a boil on my backside to my way of thinking.
We shall see, Mr. Hunt. We shall see. Where, incidentally, is Miss Carraway?
Never heard of her.
If she is alive and you tell us where she can be found, the law may go easier on you.
Pull the other one, Holmes. The law's got nothing on me.
Dr. Watson and I witnessed your execution of ex-Constable Moorhead.
Nonsense. That lunatic attacked me. And in the struggle, he fell under the train.
Scotland Yard, I'm sure, will have a different interpretation of the events.
Let 'em. It's your word against mine.
Besides, I'll make it my personal business to connect you with the disappearance and murders of Anna Cadaway and Frederick Gardner.
Don't make promises you can't keep, you silly sod. Gardner got eaten by lions is what I heard. You'll never place me at the scene, as the yard boys say. Now, since you're not a real copper, and a bit of a dim bulb in the bargain, I'll learn you one more thing. You'll never find a Caraway woman alive, and without her, you have no evidence. So, Mr. So-called detective, I might become better acquainted with the Old Bailey, but you'll tie nothing on me that will hold fast. Dartmoor Prison will never see my face again.
Quite right. You'll hang at Newgate, if I know anything of British justice.
As for you, Holmes, I'll make you pay for sticking your nose in my affairs. I will have my revenge. That's a promise.
So many have said so, yet here I stand. You're going to the Bow Street Police Court, Mr. Hunt. I hope you're not too particular about your accommodations. Where do you live, by the way?
Stuff it.
Voice acted parts?
Huh. You
There.
must find Miss Caraway, Watson, and hope that she's still alive.
Of course, Holmes, but how best to proceed?
Perhaps a visit to Bow Street and chat with our Mr. Hunt. Remember, too, that Moorhead's secretary spoke of a safe in his office. If he ever had the pendant in his possession, it's likely that's where we'll find it now.
Brilliant, as usual, Holmes. Shall we go?
As he sits down.
I'll take a look
sit
at the
down.
journal so you could see what was in that thing you skipped.
Okay, so last page.
Watson's journal, last page. Page 337 of his journal. He's got like a novel over here. He wrote everything down verbatim.
Yes, I was rather busy, you see, Holmes.
I say, yes, yo.
I think I should have skipped back 10 instead, but oh well.
Rich City. I don't jack in the office. I need privacy. Let's see here. No, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so no boy delivered a message.
Yeah.
No on the key.
Yeah, we just keep going. Yeah, now we're back at the agency. Next page. Yep, next page. Yeah, next page.
Sorry, you're. I'm clicking as soon as it pops up on my screen, which is just a little bit delayed.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Ah, that's where he is, right there.
Here it is, Watson. A sinister message indeed. Listen, Watson. Be on platform number 2 at the St. Pancras station in 10 minutes if you want to see your partner or your client again. Well, that was a lie. At least half of it. Bring the pendant. Come alone. I'll be watching you. There's not a.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so that's all it was. It was so he received a letter from this guy.
Okay.
It's in his handwriting, so yeah, you could still pin him on this.
Quite so, Holmes. I love that he just sat down after asking if we were going. I must sit down for this one.
He's not nearly as spry as he used to be since the war.
Too right.
Do we tell the receptionist, oh, by the way, you're out of a job? Oh, geez, we do. Miss Granger, I'm afraid I have more bad news for you. Mr. Moorhead has been killed. I need to get into a safe. Can you help me?
Both of them dead? How tragic. What will become of me?
Watson, do Do you have something that might calm her?
Oh, yes, I have loads of... No, she'll be better in a few minutes. Perhaps we should look for the safe while she recovers herself.
All right, fair enough. I think that we have the safe code.
Yes, we do.
It's a now than a few broken key. Yeah, I'd say so. So now we just gotta find this safe.
Okay. A large desk.
The agency's desk is a large, functional pine surface with a mahogany veneer. It is covered with papers, advertising flyers, and account books from the 1870s.
Bet you it's the bookshelf.
Yeah, probably. Probably that center shelf with all the books bent over right there, Nick. The Oakwoods cabinet appears to hold client files. They are not, contrary to custom, arranged in alphabetical order. Presumably the agents or their assistant have some personal method for organizing information, or there might not be any system of organization at all, which is also the case, yeah.
Large books.
These large volumes are illustrated case studies of famous European crimes and criminals throughout history. Other titles are related to the business of being a private detective. I just thought because they were moved quickly.
Pickup book?
Or moved, probably.
Yeah, that was going to be the next option. Move book. Move book. Move. Cannot be moved. Really? We've got a comfy chair.
An easy chair covered in blue corduroy cloth. Its worn and compressed cushions suggest that it served as a day bed from time to time. What about the dynamite? Yeah.
Wait, dynamite?
Yeah, regular stenographer. Yeah, we don't have dynamite.
Oh.
Even without the combination of clues, Clomes' accomplished safecracker through the name and original story where he was introduced escapes me at the moment. Yeah, I get you. Oh, I think it might be behind the shelf to the left there, underneath the candle, because if you look, there's a seam. The cabinet, I'm sorry.
Cabinet.
There seems to be a seam behind it, or is that just me seeing things that aren't there?
I'm going to say that's seeing things that aren't there.
Two strong men. I say, Holmes, let's give it a go. Is this one where that you have to like pull the hat stand, whatever it is, to make a thing open?
No, the coat rack doesn't seem clickable.
Oh, okay.
The titles on the left are devoted to staples of the inquiry agent's trade: domestic disputes, laws of divorcement, train schedules, and new photographic techniques. The right side of the shelf unexpectedly contains nothing but fiction. The fiction titles are not of the highest quality. Huh. Well, that's a lot to say.
So why would he have a section of cheap sci-fi?
There's something there different.
Something he would never read. What about those numbers you found?
Here we go.
Oh.
These particular books aren't books at all, but a false front. Move. Where was it? Where was it? Where were you? Large books, books, books.
I think it was right about there.
Books. But I need it to change because it's specifically a shelf of books. Gosh darn it, with pixel octane again.
Yeah, where did you find that? Try just clicking randomly.
Cannot be seen.
Move the chair.
Wait, there it is. Right there.
Okay, you might have to move the chair. Yeah, move the chair. Yeah, we didn't move the chair. That's why we couldn't find it, Nick. Oh, there it is. Piece of paper.
Right on the paper reads only IOU 12 fours. Oh, probably like 12 pounds, 4 shillings, and 2 whatever.
Yeah.
HM.
His
Moorhead, I guess.
Yeah, let's pick it up.
His Majesty.
His Majesty, of course.
Yes. Well, how would you know that, Holmes? They say.
A safe. You need the correct combination. Well, we already have it, don't we?
One would assume, but we're gonna try.
Oh.
Yep. Done.
Inside the safe. Oh, you got that.
Oh, keep it. Okay. Inside the safe is a leather case. The case contains a solid ivory opal, approximately 3 inches in the long dimension, attached to a heavy gold chain. The clasp of the chain is broken. A bird of some sort has been etched into the ivory.
Caw! Yeah, exactly.
Crow was here.
Now you have the pendant.
Pieces. Oh, a piece of solid ivory this size should be almost twice as heavy. Close inspection reveals sliding panels to the sides. When moved, they cause the pendant to open. Inside is a piece of high-quality stationery folded several times.
Oh.
The letter reads, Dear Anna, as my death approaches, I wish to atone, in a small way, for the grievous wrong that has been done to you. I played a part in that wrong, and I beg your forgiveness. If you should ever want to legally establish your true relation to, as Paul Brumwell's mother, this testament and a good solicitor will help. You will risk incurring the wrath of Lord Brumwell should the truth be made known. Tread carefully, my dear, and forgive me. I, Dr. Theodore Smithson, a longtime friend and physician to the Brumwell family, delivered a male child on 24 May 1878 at Brumwell Manor. The mother of that child, later named Paul, was Anna Caraway, a house servant. The father of the child was Lord Brumwell himself. I participated in the conspiracy to make London society and the world think that Paul was in fact the legitimate child of the childless Lady Brumwell. Anna was retained as a wet nurse and later as a nanny to the boy. When it became clear that the child had become attached to her, she was cruelly dismissed with the warning that if she ever told the truth of the matter, she would be destroyed by the Brumwell power. My hope is that I have finally done the right thing. I regret it has taken me in my impending death to force me to action. This confession is witnessed by my solicitor, Percival Hinchcliffe, signed Dr. Theodore Smithson.
Hinchcliffe, huh? All right.
Well then.
We have the motive here. We have everything. We could go right to Lord Brumwell's house.
Do we have to move the chair back, really? Okay, now can we leave?
Of course you do. You don't want to be rude.
Oops.
You talk to him instead.
I don't think we need anything here.
No, I think you did it. Yeah. Evidence against the murder motive impossible. Yes. 12 pounds, 4 shillings and 8 pence. Thanks, Cav. I appreciate that.
See, but I'm pretty sure it was a D, not a P. But anyways. Okay, shall we go to the prison
Oh, it's dollary
is that?
dues. I believe it's what it's called.
name?
I believe you need 13 dollary dues. Isn't his house the one by the river? I think you hovered over it.
Whose house?
I thought we were going to where are we going?
I think next stop should be the police court to visit our
Yeah, okay.
murderer. See if we can convince him
Oh
otherwise.
man, we got one more cell to fill up.
I didn't even think of that. Well, interesting.
We've caught Blackwell. We've caught this guy. Now we just need the last one.
Okay, where the heck is our permission? Here we go.
Very good, Mr. Holmes. You and Dr. Watson may enter.
Well, Hunt, from what I've heard, you're a right hard case. Deny everything, not guilty, that's your defense, is it? We know different, though, don't we? Want to tell us about it?
Not bloody likely. I'd hardly tell you what I haven't told the old Bill.
Started directly threatening him.
Yeah. This is a lot of... Yeah, keep going, Nick. These are all like... Huh.
Let's go with this. Who put you up to this, Hunt? Certainly this is no act of individual malice. You bore these detectives no ill will, did you? Or Miss Carraway, who paid for your deranged services?
I'd rather swing at the Queen's expense than grass. I have my reputation to think of.
Well, that
Oh.
can be arranged.
Wow, hey Kai, how's it going?
The police can
Hey,
become
thanks.
very belligerent when they don't get what they want. You may do better speaking to me. Again, I asked you, where is Anna Carraway?
Stuff it. You got nothing on me.
I believe you have one or more accomplices, Hunt. I will find them and make sure they are charged as accessories to murder.
When the charges against me falls through, that will hardly matter, will it? He seems very confident about this.
Where is Anna Carraway?
Never heard the name.
Well then, anything you have to say more? Anything more to tell me, Mr. Blackwood?
I've coughed up everything I know, and I hope you can save me from swigging.
Truth to tell, Blackwood, I doubt it. But you knew that, didn't you? You may be feel better with a clear conscience. I unfortunately do not. Sheesh, cold.
Tell me about it, no kidding.
Okay.
Yeah, pre-decimal British currency is wacky. Yeah, I gotcha. Hey, do this one, Hatt.
Let's see. Jacob Farthing. I assume you have not found Anna, gentlemen. There's treachery afoot. She may be in danger this very minute.
That's perfect.
No, he doesn't care for the letter. Okay.
I don't really want it, no.
No, I rather don't want that.
Why don't you go to the
Okay. Well,
why don't you go to his
next thing-
house and be like, explain this letter, lady? Because what is she gonna do? Fight Watson? I'd like to see that.
Well, let's go see if we can't make ourselves completely unwelcome in the home of Lord Brumwell.
I'm sure it will turn out just fine. As far as we know, we have them dead to rights, and if we solve this murder, think of it this way. We are going to have free riverside property, I guess, mansion. Look, this house is probably a museum now at this point, so who knows. His lordship is still indisposed. Will you speak to Lady Bramwell?
Well, he's about to be more indisposed once we get through with Lady Brumwell.
If you give me a card, Mr. Holmes, I'll find out if her ladyship can see you. Burp, burp. Lady Bramwell will see you. Please enter. Ah. Please wait here. A lord ladyship will, she'll be here in a minute, I guess. Something. Look, it's 6 o'clock. My shift is over. It's time for me to leave.
I should like a very stiff coffee.
I've been up since 4 a.m.
And not one brandy. Can you believe it?
Enter. Mr. Holmes, what may I do for you?
We have a letter that I believe Lord Brumwell would be very interested in seeing.
You're becoming quite tiresome, Mr. Holmes. If you give me the letter, I will see that Lord Brumwell gets it in due course.
The letter is very important, and I insist that I see Lord Brumwell in person. The letter was written by the late Dr. Smithson.
Dr. Smithson, perhaps you should see Lord Brumwell after all. He is beyond the double doors in his study. Well, that was easy. You're about to go confront a very powerful lord in his mansion. You play Lord Brumwell, Hatt.
All right. Give me a moment to collect my thoughts, gentlemen. Then you shall have my full attention.
Okay. Oh.
I won't ask you to sit, gentlemen. This, I suspect, will not be a cordial interview. We don't have to pretend to be friends, do we?
Right, Lord Brumwell, the direct approach is generally most satisfactory. You are doubtless aware of the purposes of our visit.
You're making a nuisance of yourself, disturbing me this way. I don't know why you fellows can't mind.
Do not waste my time with trivial whatever that word is, sir. Young woman's life is at stake.
Prevarication.
That word.
Yeah.
A woman whom I have reason to believe was once very dear to you.
Who? Anna Carraway? Never. I barely knew she...
Resistance is useless, Brumwell. I have Dr. Smithson's letter. It contains sufficient testimony for any court to convict you of a heinous crime.
Smithson was an idiot. I can prove that he was delirious. He was in love. He was insane. He knew nothing about my...
Cease and desist, sir. 3 innocent people are dead. Robert Hunt is in custody and surely will hang. Likewise, George Blackwood. And you, sir, are as responsible for these 5 deaths as if you personally put a bullet in their brains. Will you see Anna Carraway, the mother of your child, dead as well?
Smithson tried to ruin me, ruin my reputation, and that bungler Blackwood. And Hunt, the moron. I'm surrounded by incompetent and hopeless lunatics. I should have done it myself. I was a fool. I have destroyed the only thing I ever loved.
Might take Watson.
Do you know where Hunt has taken Anna?
No. Have you tried his flat?
We don't know where he lives.
He has a place in Lambeth Road, number 252.
Will you come with us to Scotland Yard, Lord Brumwell?
Give me the dignity of turning myself in, if you would, Mr. Holmes.
Well, he's left the room, so let's go steal all of his stuff.
Hell yeah.
The shield bears... Yeah, you got this.
Oh, shield bears the scars of combat. It is likely the souvenir of some ancient battle. We got at least one Persian sword. Its twin rests on the other side of the shield.
Dude, check everything. This guy's gonna have a hidden something in here.
A large boardroom table surrounded by padded leather chairs.
This guy has to, because he's like a rich person with like a cool mansion. Everything in this looks weird.
What the hell is the painting?
That's what I mean. Like, you can click all this.
A large painting highlights the military decor of this room.
Hey there, folks, and thanks for the courtesy. Thanks, Troggy. Hey, welcome to the courtesy flush. Click on both swords. Make sure you click on both.
Oops. Okay.
Can't go
so
that
those
way.
doors are
I
securely
thought it
locked.
said severely locked.
I mean, for all we know, that could be severely and securely.
You're very correct, sir.
Interesting. What? Okay. What did that do, Nick?
I don't know, but surely it has to be something.
Can we just steal the swords, man? Like, seriously.
Can you move the other one? I can't be moved.
That one can't be
Move
moved.
the shield now.
Interesting.
Just move everything, Nick. Everything gets moved. You move everything. Move the meeting
Finally.
table. Move the fire. Can't move the fire. Okay, move Watson.
Wait, no, I think I missed the fire.
No, you can't click on the fire.
Meeting table.
Try the painting, Anora says.
Yeah, try opening the painting.
I think it didn't click for you, Nick. You clicked on it, but it didn't take.
Ah.
Okay. Okay, you pulled the sword. What is this supposed to do? Painting can't be opened. Cannot be moved. All right.
Try and examine it again. Oh, so the latch hasn't been released anymore.
Do you think that you relocked it? Like it actually has that mechanic in it?
Why not?
I suppose, yes. Now try opening the painting.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, it really does.
Ha ha.
Okay,
I am genius.
We have access to his safe.
Unexpectedly, Lord Brumwell has not locked his safe.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Is this gonna explode?
You're just gonna steal this man's stuff?
Yes,
I suggested it, but you know.
Miscellaneous legal documents and a small brass key are in evidence.
All right, well, let's take all of this. Let's take a look at those documents.
We don't have the documents, just the key, and I bet I know where we can use the key.
Where at? What are you thinking?
Well, never mind. That was that idea. Shot down.
What's that?
Oh, you can't use the key on the door?
Yeah.
Look.
That would have made the most perfect sense. Oh, the key opens up the severely locked door. But no, apparently not.
I was just thinking we were going to be able to steal all the documents. I didn't think there was like a... This is amazing.
Can't move.
See, if you play enough puzzle games, you start to get into the logic of things. You start going, we need to move and click on everything.
Constance is... Okay.
Make all the paintings slightly askew. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Zayek, it's good to see you. It's been a while. Does the key work on the clock? The clock! No, Dr. Watson's standing in the way. I don't think you can... Oh, maybe.
I rather like hanging out here, Holmes, if you don't mind.
The numbers on the face are set with gold inlay.
Oh, what was that thing about 11 something or other?
I don't even
That
know.
was at the detectives, and I don't know why it
Yeah,
would...
we checked the clock.
Can you use the key on the clock?
I don't think so.
Can you try?
I can double check.
Can't do that?
Can't do that.
Hmm.
Oh,
So obviously the key goes somewhere else.
What about the drawers underneath the picture?
I can check in a second. Yeah, nothing of interest there. doesn't seem, the bottom drawers don't seem to be clickable.
Yeah.
So let's wait. Did
Is there
He
anything
locked
on the
us in?
table that? Oh,
he locked us? The jerk.
Oh my God! We were gonna have to use that to get out anyway. What the hell? I heard it all. I knew it would come to this. Lies, deceit, murder. Where will it end?
his lordship left his study in a hysterical state.
He said it'd never be taken alive, that he would do away with himself rather than suffer the humiliation of exposure. I don't know what I'll do without him.
We will try to find Lord Brumwell and prevent him from doing anything rash. Do you have any idea where he would have gone?
No, I have no idea. Please find him. I don't know what I'll do without him.
We are on our way, my lady.
Yes, let's go save this man so he might be hung for murder. Save the game. Save.
Yeah, once I get into this room, because it
Right.
locked me in.
Well done. Yeah, we thought we were like being super clever. We're like, yeah, we'll just search the room because so far that's been super useful. No, we just had to do that to escape and we had no idea. Like, what the fuck? We were just like, we had his flat, but we're like, no, let's steal his stuff. We've been playing way too many tabletop games. There, look at him just running away. Mr. Holmes! Mr. Holmes, I found him! Please help me stop him! Well, Holmes will just walk over there. He has no time to waste.
I
No!
can't run, Holmes, Mr. Gammy Leg.
They'll never take me alive! Yeah. Oh my god. Holmes!
Ah, I didn't
And
bring
then
my
they
swimming
both
bag.
died. The end.
Yes, I should like to jump after them, but I didn't bring my swimming bowler hat.
Brumwell is oh no, this is Watson. When did you
Rumble
go?
was bad sort, but I hate to see anyone die that way. I'm glad he didn't succumb for the same fate. I was becoming quite worried when you didn't surface for such a long time.
I stayed down as long as I could. It was just too dark and murky under the water to find him.
Such a waste of life.
Yes, indeed, Watson, but we must focus our attention to the case before us, lest we lose yet another life. Anna Caraway is still missing.
Quite so, Holmes. Quite so.
Yes. Quite.
Okay, well, we got told an address, assuming that it's correct.
Well,
so let's
we
see.
can't verify it. The guy just killed himself, so I guess we have no choice. All that tweed is gonna reek. Oh, yeah.
I think it was supposed to be by the river, wasn't
Oh,
it?
the Brumwell's Mansion's no longer a location you can go back to. Oh, no, you can go there. Never mind. I thought they took it off the map like, hey, no offense, but you probably shouldn't come back here. There, right there. It has to be
there
that.
we go.
Yeah.
Robert Hunt's Flat.
Hopefully he doesn't have like a gas trap or some kind of bomb or something that we have to worry about. Where's oh, he's got a crossover. He's just got to get through traffic. London's pretty heavy in traffic. Uh-oh. That's actually not a bad flat, actually.
Yeah. So we've got a mirror-covered medicine chest.
A mirror serves as a front of a small cabinet or medicine chest.
Pitcher water.
A common ceramic pitcher conveniently used for carrying water from a sink. The pitcher is perfectly aligned and spaced equidistant from the bowl, as the bowl is from the towel.
Ah, the home of an OCD
So our
person.
guy is just a little bit.
A white porcelain shaving or washing bowl. It is clean and in good condition. The bowl is perfectly aligned and spaced between the pitcher and the towel. A green cotton face towel, neatly folded and arranged. The towel is perfectly aligned and spaced equidistant from the bowl as the bowl is from the pitcher. What doth life? Mixed among the ashes of the fireplace are the remains of several cigarettes. The tobacco used in them is an exotic blend of Turkish and Balkan varieties. Ah, there's our guy. A sturdily built chest similar to in size and design to those issued to the Royal Navy recruits when they take the Queen's shilling and go to sea. Two pullovers, some folded underclothing, and a few shirt collars occupy the left side of the trunk. These garments share space with a few cheap pamphlets. The literature pertains to mysticism and astrology. The right side is empty. The inside depth of the chest does not conform to the outside dimensions. A false bottom is a possibility, though a cursory examination has not revealed a method of opening it.
I mean, can't be hidden if we disassemble the whole thing, but, you know, whatever.
A white porcelain chamber pot decorated with a floral pattern appears in its traditional place. The exterior of the pot is spotlessly clean. The interior is about 1/3 filled with halfpenny pieces. So he put all of his money in his... Yeah, because nobody would think to check there. A drawerless nightstand serves as a single function in Hunt's decor. It is a surface for a small book to rest upon. This buckram-bound book displays no title on its spine. A bookmark of some sort peeks out from between a closed covers. All right, let's take a look.
Pick up book. Can we move book?
Can you open?
Open book?
The book is handwritten diary or journal. These pages with writing on them are dated. The dates are not consecutive. The writing is almost illegible.
Couldn't make it. Oh. Hunt's handwriting is as bad as a certain physician of my intimate acquaintance.
Yeah.
I think he's throwing shade at Watson, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of meandering bilge about the alignment of planets and the sun being in the 7th house. Every so often, the time and date appear, along with some scribbling. Looks like an appointment book. Wait a moment. Here, on the last page, it says, Mercury is in retrograde. Good day for something or other. Then, take R to Rose. And finally, CLB.
Lord Blackwell. Brumwell.
LB must be Lord Brumwell. But who's Rose?
I'm not certain. Sounds like a time for a trip.
No. Go check the rest of the... Yeah, you didn't even check the stuff on the table.
I hovered over it. Didn't seem to be moving. But I will double check here in a sec. I will go back really quickly since we are here.
Yeah. And there's also a false bottom on the bottom of that chest we never opened.
But I haven't seen anything to imply how to open it. Oh, wait. We can click on the bed. Let's click on the bed real quick.
Yeah. The quilt is handmade. The bed is made of solid oak. Dust has blown in through the open window and accumulated near the pillows.
So they haven't slept in it for a while.
Be open.
Maybe move it.
Nope.
Ugh.
Be moved.
No one would think to check here, yet Naresar did it with zero prompting. Yeah. Well, it's also because we don't have bedpans. At least I don't. I don't know about you guys.
That's not something that generally is required with modern plumbing. Oh.
The medicine chest contains a few patent nostrums, some liver pills, a badger hair shaving brush, shaving soap, and a straight razor of extraordinary sharpness.
So, somehow we have to open this, but I don't think we have a key or anything to do so.
What about that the key you have, brass key thing?
That was to open up the door.
Oh, right.
Like, that was to get out of Lord Bromwell's, but I don't think it'll... Oops, let's try to use...
Can't do that.
Can't do that. Yep.
Well, hold on a second. Let me see something.
Why are those things aligned so perfectly on the table, by the way?
Oh, this one says, a bookmark is actually a claim ticket numbered 4450. It is made out of Robert Hunt by Jamieson's New and Used Goods, Newington. All right. And then you had...
Wait, can you pick it up?
Oh, yeah, here, you take control. I was actually just looking to see if, like, there's any more, like, hidden, like, pixels. I was checking the lights and stuff. There's got to be, like, a way to open up the bottom of that chest. Can you move the chest? Damn. I want to see what's in the chest.
I think we need to get something else, and we'll have to come back.
Okay, fair enough.
So I think we need to go talk to Hunt, because obviously this Rose is somebody important and maybe our pressure point for him.
Where else would you hide crap? Oh, yeah. That's all right. We don't have an iron bar, unfortunately. It's just a wire. Look, we keep thinking that it's a crowbar,
No, I
but
think
it's not.
we do actually have a iron pipe or something.
Oh, we do, actually. We never used it for anything.
That,
Maybe we have a hammer, Nick.
Well, no, because we also have
Yeah, I know we have
an iron bar.
Okay.
We do have an iron bar.
Okay, we could smash it next time. We just gotta find out what this guy knows. Can you move the sconce above the fireplace? Maybe.
See, I don't think he's gonna have like a hidden passageway because he isn't rich enough.
Yeah, but he would have it in that chest. That seems like something he would have.
So, like, that I agree with.
Yeah.
But I think we need to find a key or mechanism or something from him. Anyways, your employer, Lord Bromwell, has just ended his own life, providing all the proof required to establish his part in this tragedy.
And what does this news have to do with me, Holmes? I've never met the man.
Both the butler and Lady Bromwell can place you at Bromwell Manor. You are finished, Hunt. Give it up. Where is Miss Carroway?
Soon to be in heaven, Holmes, or the other's lace. I wish you to join her. You'll never find her before my little surprise eliminates all evidence of her. There'll be no witnesses against me. You'll have no case. Shit, this guy's got some kind of... What, is she, like, slowly being lowered down into a pit of acid or something? Like, what's his deal?
He does seem a little,
Well, that's a ticket for the pawn shop. We can just go to the pawn shop.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Give us this thing.
Yeah. You can't tell me Holmes wouldn't carry a crowbar. Yeah, no, we here's the thing. We just never found one. We got a hammer though, and that worked before. We could always try hammering it open.
The name of...
Something's buying and selling. That's all I saw. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, buying and selling. Yep, that was the one.
Ah.
Oh, yes, we've been here before.
Oh, what a splendid boutique.
Yes.
Nope, it is this place. Okay.
I thought it was, yeah. You played Nigel. Hatt.
What sort of a fellow is he?
Pawn shop owner. Occasional fence and stolen goods.
Right then. No, he's a mustache. No, he's... yes. That'll be 20 quid. No. Yeah.
That's it. And that's all it was. You got whatever he had in store. Tarot cards?
At the bottom of the box, underneath the tarot cards, sits a small ornate key. Ha!
Why does he have tarot cards? Who else in this game have we met that deals with like magic, mysticism, tarot cards, fortune telling, and stuff? There's like who? Nobody. He's the only one. What does this have to do with anything? That's what I'm like boggling my mind here. I'm like, yeah, this is cool, but like what for what reason? Why does he have this stuff?
It's a good question.
Can't do that.
What do you mean I can't do
You
that?
can't. Apparently not.
What do you mean I can't use the ornate key on an open chest? That has to be the way that you open up the secret compartment.
Yeah. Use your hammer. Use like any of your tools. You have like a ton.
Fine, let's do this.
This guy's not a good person. I don't care. I mean, quite literally, he has like murdered people, and he's like, "Oh, you'll never find her."
Oh yeah, crowbar.
It's just a wire hook.
It's not a crowbar.
Oh.
We have discovered this previously. It is in fact a wire hook.
Well, we do have a
Scythe.
iron bar, which I believe will be which was a crowbar at one point. Nice, Nick.
Yeah.
Done. Excellent. The contents of the chest inner depths are now exposed. You have to pick it up. You have to hit pick up. A package of currency bills in various denominations, a large rolled document bound by a red ribbon sits beside the money. Oh.
Okay.
It's an elaborate zodiacal chart, carefully drawn and illustrated on square yard of parchment. A card is attached to the lower left panel on which the name Madame Rosa, readings of astrological interpretations, Covent Garden is engraved. The bottom of the card bears the handwritten inscription.
Oh, I need to click next.
The Robert, may our days and nights be as happy as our stars say we should be. Love R. Why did you say, oh God?
We've seen this place.
Really? Where?
This is across from the pub.
Oh my God, you're right. I totally forgot about that. We never went in there either. We just totally didn't go in
I
there.
don't think I was allowed to. I
Really?
tried.
I didn't know you tried.
But it just said it was like an alleyway to this person's place, and then it didn't let us do anything else.
Oh no, I believe Watson said there was no point in going in there. So yeah, just click the passage. Like far on the far left. Wow, we could have went in here before. We never did.
Like I said, I don't think it let us earlier.
God.
So we've got the ye old crystal ball.
Yes, you look at the crystal ball.
The crystal ball captures and reflects the flickering light supplied by the candles and gas fixtures above the table. The effect provides a little mystery to an otherwise ordinary room. I don't know, man. That brace in the middle looked a large candle. Made of purple-tinted tallow, which has been scented with vanilla extract, this candle produces little light and a hideous smell. Hardened wax is broken around the brass base of the candle holder. The base itself seems to be loose and sets us slightly away from the column which it is attached. All right.
We move.
You're going to move the large candle? Of course. Secret door. Damn, Nick.
Wow.
You're
Smooth,
like
Nick.
amateur. You're like, this is amateur night. A medium-sized. You take care.
Fireproof box with brass fittings is securely locked and bolted to the wall. Well, guess who has a key to this?
We have an ornate key.
If it's not, I'm going to be mad.
Oh, maybe you have to pick up the box.
It's bolted to the wall.
Is it?
It said so in the description.
We'll check the rest of the place
brass
out.
fittings is securely locked and bolted to the wall. Can't use the key.
Maybe the key goes to something else in here. Or not. Maybe it goes somewhere else entirely. Yeah. Made of mahogany, the desk is aged and well cared for. The flickering light emitted from this green glass globe barely illuminates the work area of the desk in which it sits. So yeah, that's not really useful.
All effect, no practicality.
Right. An ornate cards column is fastened here. It appears to have more than it shows of support. Try the bottom drawers, Nick. They're like lit up. Because they look like they're like you could access them. The drawer is closed and locked. Oh, there's one.
Try key.
Yeah. Well, the other ones look like they were like something because they had a light on them.
Yes.
Nice. The desk drawer is closed. Oh, you have to open
Well,
it.
then open it, you fool.
He was looking. He was doing what you said. A small silver key is attached to a chain. Several links have been broken from the chain. It is likely that it was once a bracelet or perhaps a necklace. Interesting.
Oh, that thing you already had that has been broken?
Right, that might be a part of the, yeah.
That...
Does that go to Strongbox?
I believe it
Yes.
may.
Okay.
A medium-sized fireproof box with 5...
Open it.
Now you have to look inside. A folded piece of fine parchment lies in the bottom of the strong box. A wax seal has been broken.
Mecha.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't know. That was like a
There's
lot.
no-
Yeah, click on an
Wait, hold
open.
on.
No, it doesn't
Hold
do
on.
that. It doesn't say. It only talks about. It only saves conversation. Yeah, just click on the open part because you're clicking on the strong box. There's a part where it's here. Wait. Right there.
Box contains a lease for a property in Covent Garden, a birth certificate in the name of Rose Chambers, born in Bethnal Green, 1858, 12 pounds in banknotes of various denominations, 2 faded photographs, several receipts for recent transactions, and a large piece of fine parchment.
All right, let's take the parchment. Got a pixel click. Yeah, be very careful. All right, let's take a look at this. What is the contents of this thing? The rules of Greyhawking for the room. Anything that isn't nailed down is ours, and anything we can pry loose is not nailed down. Yes, exactly.
Choke hours.
Small piece.
Anyways.
Yeah, you got this.
Oh, keep going.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, yeah. The small piece of paper appears to be a receipt for a rental of some property down by Savoy Street Pier. There is a small note attached. It reads, "Rosa, please keep this in a safe place. R.H." Uh-oh. Robert Hunt. Save game. Save game before you do anything. We've done a lot. Well done,
20
Nick.
instead of 10, but whatever.
Let's go down to the Savoy Street Pier. Quick, grab the receipts. You never know.
Yeah.
There it is. I said this has been quite an adventure, man. We've covered so much.
Yeah.
All right. Time to check the barrels out, I suppose. The battered barrels are filled with used nails, scrap metal, and wood. Perhaps dock workers use them as trash receptacles. They are too heavy to move. The window has been boarded up from the inside. Peering through the cracks of the wood reveals a small room in which sits a woman on a chair. She is bound with rope and gagged. Over her head is a keg of black powder and is suspended with a fuse of which rests close by, and below, a burning candle.
Oh my god.
The fuse is also attached to the doorknob, so when it is open, the fuse would raise the candle flame and light. Also, if the candle burns down low enough, it will light the fuse.
Go through the window.
It is locked. Anything on the boats,
okay.
maybe? No? All right. Well, hammer time it is. Now, time to break a window.
You know what?
That's a good enough strategy for me.
Hammer birthday it is.
Hammer birthday.
Oops. Use. And
What do
why
you-
not?
I was gonna say, why not?
I don't want glass. Are you kidding?
Use a hammer on glass windows, I say, Holmes. It's most inappropriate.
Even cursory examination reveals that the door would easily withstand hammer blows. But can it withstand your
the
iron
wood
bar?
won't?
Can you pry it open? That's the real question.
We have rope. Why do we have rope?
Just in case.
In case you feel like hanging yourself.
Yeah, I've so often. It is a grim time.
Yes, you must sort of pass the time in such moments. There's the iron bar.
Oh, shit. He just run in there. Yeah, you got that. Yeah. That's Watson. That's Holmes.
No, I love explosives. Let me deal with this, Holmes.
No, please. I got this. Oh, shit. Watson.
I may not have it.
You saved my life. I'm sorry your friend didn't. Watson.
Yes. I shat my pants. Also my hat, please.
All right, Holmes. What's he saying?
I don't know.
He's just mouth is moving. I am profoundly sorry. There you go.
Nonsense, Holmes. It was my decision to try to defuse the bomb. You can't take responsibility for my folly.
Yeah, Nick, read
Very
that.
generous of you, old friend. What happened?
As must be obvious to the world's greatest detective, I failed to stop the burning fuse from reaching the black powder. Just when I saw the dire my situation become, I saw a trapdoor in the floor. And I jumped inside and saved my life.
And a good thing, too. I would have been seriously displeased had you been injured.
Yes, but I'm sure.
Sorry, I farted.
Yes, terribly sorry about that. I may have shorted a bit. Oh, it's time to change those trousers afterwards, yes? Good day, gentlemen. Very good of you to come. Let's speak softly so we will disturb the boy.
Very well.
There we go. Your spirits appear much improved since last we met, Mr. Farthington.
Your reputation for perspicacity is not undeserved, Mr. Holmes. My profound thanks for your efforts on behalf of Miss Carraway.
Presume that Dr. Smithson's letter was all you had hoped it would be?
Indeed, Mr. Holmes. As you see, I've already been able to reunite mother and son on the strength of it.
I'm very gratified to hear it. Justice has been served. What has become of Lady Brimwell?
We received word last night that the unhappy woman expired from apoplexy. Perhaps it is for the best.
She just died? Like, oh my
Yes.
god.
What are your plans, Mrs. Carraway, if I may ask?
Of course you may, Mr. Holmes, and you, Mr. Dr. Watson, saved my life, after all. I will be coming singing at the opera. Paul will come live with me on Bunhill Street. We'll try to be very happy. As for Mr. Caruso, we'll just have to see.
Very wise, I should say. You know, of course, that your sister's killer has been convicted.
Thanks to you and Dr. Watson, I understood it. It is, however, a small consolation. Somehow I feel responsible for Sarah's death.
Nonsense, Miss Carraway. If you'll excuse me for saying so, Mr. Blackwood had no idea the pendant contained the letter that he was looking for. He blundered into its theft, and he will pay for that error with his life.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Watson, we should take our leave.
A moment more of your time, gentlemen. If I may, Dr. Watson. I have read your accounts of Mr. Holmes' exploits. I presume that you have kept a record of this case as well. I have indeed. I wonder if I might prevail upon you to withhold, or at least postpone the publication of your journal, for the sake of the boy and his mother. Now consider, Mr. Fothington. Then I'll bid you good day.
Zayaku Kero, I think, is the watcher's name, who says, Watson found no trapdoor. He's immortal. He just watched it happen.
Yeah.
For God's sake, don't tell the public that, Holmes.
So, does your account of this mystery come to a satisfactory conclusion, Watson?
As good as could be hoped for, Holmes, considering 3 innocent lives were lost.
Indeed, and more's the pity. But we did unravel a muddle that flummoxed Scotland Yard. We apprehended the 2 vicious criminals. And best of all, we reunited a mother with her son. I would like to have seen Lord Brumwell in the dock, but he has submitted himself to a higher authority. May they all receive their just rewards.
Amen to that, Holmes. I'm glad it's over. This was a most peculiar and troubling case. It was a long time before I realized that all of our investigations were related. Sarah's murder, Anna's abduction, and the killing of Frederick Gardner and Moorhead were in a sense all the same crime. I suspect that you knew the pendant was the crux of the case much earlier than I.
I think that is a just and a succinct summation, Watson.
Amazing, Holmes. Should I live 100 years, I'm sure I shall never meet your equal.
My thanks, Watson. But don't be too certain. There is a master criminal who thinks he is already more than a match for me. No doubt we shall have to deal with him in time.
Oh. Well, there you go. Sequel
bait.
Yes.
For a game that probably wasn't ever made. But anyways.
Anyway, hey, look, you did it. Look, you're back to the DOS prompt. Like, immediately, you're done. You're over. Yeah, well done. Anyway, yes, tonight is the end of Sherlock Holmes and the Serrated Scalpel. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. We had a fun time playing. We'll be back again next week with probably another Sherlock Holmes game or something else. We'll decide between me and Naresar. So, what do you guys think?
I thought it was a fun game. I certainly enjoyed myself.
Yeah. What about you, Hatt?
I can't think of a single episode of this that I haven't enjoyed.
Yeah, it's like, honestly, it's nice that we were able to find something that, it's like, usually when you find games that like not many people have talked about or played much of, they don't really like, you're like, oh, it's probably because it's not like that fun or that interesting. But I was like, no, so far we've been really hitting it out of the park, finding these really interesting games that, I've never even heard of before. So I'm really glad we got a chance to play that. So, yeah, coming up next week, we'll be switching over to a new game. So glad you guys caught us beating the game. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks a lot for everybody for hanging out. And we'll be back again here on the Courtesy Flush. So take care, everybody. Have a good night. And we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
Yep. See ya.
Bye.